do works with colour. So, first of all, how did you get into doing this kind of work?
Well, many years ago, I found...
Sorry to interrupt, guys.
Sorry.
We're live. Hooray! On BCR.
Hello.
Sorry, guys. We're live on BCR. Thank you very much for helping us, Donnie. You're a star, mate. You're a star. So thank you. We're here now live. So hello, those of you who were patiently whistling
away,
whistling and waiting for us to broadcast on BCR. Here we are. So tonight on Spooky School with me, Chris Godley,
and me, Jazz Godley.
We also have a lovely guest with us this evening, Susan Walters. Oh, that was your proper name, huh?
Was
Susie Walters, the Healing White Light. And we were just asking Sue how it was that we actually met, because I'd forgotten. Can't get the quality of stuff. And you were saying
that I went into Believe to have a lovely treatment of reflexology from Jazz. And
I love doing reflexology. Yes, it's so nice.
That's right. And because I've just recently moved, and I've always been in a physical circle, and I wanted to develop my mediumship skills. And I asked Jazz if I could come and sit in a circle.
Which she does, and you've been doing for some time now, haven't you?
That's correct.
Sue comes to one of our Monday afternoon circles, which is lovely, and is going to do some workshops with us soon. We might talk more about that later if we get time. But to start us off, tell us what it is you do, Sue.
Well, at the moment I'm a spiritual healer, but I've now sort of developed my healing with colour. So actually I do healing with colour, and I've got this most beautiful silk scarves. I know nobody can see them.
Sue is just waving at us with different things.
And
John says, hi Sue, babes.
Oh, hi John. And so I've got these lovely silk scarves that I ask to get the clients to say, you know, just because you might like pink doesn't necessarily say that you're going to be drawn to pink. Just ask the colours to choose you, and they choose the colours, and then I place them. Then I say to them, where would you like the colours to be placed in the body? And then they give the healing in a normal way, and a lot of people will find that the colours really will help enhance the healing that they're having.
Fantastic. Yeah. So you really feel it adds an extra dimension to the work you do?
Definitely. It's like different colours or different textures, softer, lighter or heavier, and because each colour vibrates on its own level, and it's just wonderful.
How lovely. And the work we do in this kind of work, it's all vibrational, isn't it? It's all about energy.
Definitely.
And it's all about trying to help our clients come back into better balance and be the best that they can be.
Definitely.
How do you know it works?
I know it works because I've had lots of healing over many years, and I've had colour healing for 10, 15 years, and I know it really works because you feel the different textures, you feel the different colours, and if you choose a yellow scarf, I don't know, the next day everything is brighter and more yellow and more vibrant. The colours come to life.
Interesting. Really?
It just sparkles and glistens, and then you look at a rainbow, you see colours in a rainbow, whereas like if you have a bubble bath and you see the colours, you just notice colours around you a lot more.
See those colours in the bubble.
Yes.
I love it when that happens.
I know.
It's gorgeous.
I do too.
See colours in bubbles.
Yeah.
I'm slightly scared about what we were just talking about.
I used to do that as a child a lot. Yeah.
So you know, I'm definitely scared of what we're talking about.
Bubbles, though, don't we? Yeah. Settle everybody. John, no cheeky responses, but we do when we're feeling childlike. We buy one of those bubble blown little kits.
Yeah, we do. Because I like them a lot.
Indeed.
Yes,
absolutely.
So good evening, everybody. Thanks for bearing with us. We're now live on theweird.org. We're live on BCR, and we're also live on Hazy Radio, as well as all the other stations that transmit for us. And we're talking this evening to Susie, who is the Healing White Light. She's a spiritual healer, and she works with colour, and we're just talking with her about the colour. If you have any questions for Susie, remember to put QQ at the front of your question so that it jumps out at me and I can see it, because it's quite busy. If you have a question for Susie, a or for us, put a QQ at the front of your question so that it pops out at us and we can see what's happening. So that'd be lovely if you wouldn't mind doing that. Hello, the weird. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, if you've got any questions, shout up. And as we said, we're talking to Susie this evening. So you know how we met you now. You've reminded us. We also know, strangely, some of the way you work. But tell us about spiritual healing then. Tell us how that actually, what takes place in a session, what would happen?
Well, in spiritual healing is that I open up myself to the source is all around us.
Yeah.
And with that I then connect to the energy and then become a pure vessel for the energy to flow through to me, to that person. So that person is then healing themselves.
How lovely.
And
So,
how do they do that then? So what? So say I'd never been for spiritual healing before, which so isn't true. But say I hadn't, and I said, oh, well, I quite like the sound of this, but I'm a bit scared because I don't know what's going to happen. Just talk me through what would happen.
I would just say, just try and relax, and I would get you to lay on the couch. But if you didn't feel comfortable, I'd put you in a nice comfortable chair, and I'll just take you through a meditation to calm you down. And I will say to you, there's nothing to fear, because healing is just about love, and it's about opening your heart chakra up, and so you feel the love in yourself, and to allow the healing light to flow through to you.
how lovely. So, if I was lying on the couch as a client,
Yes.
and I'd picked a couple of scarves for different colours,
Would I be wearing clothes at this point?
Of course.
Shame.
including the shoes.
No,
Shoes off,
shoes off.
everything else stays on.
Of course.
What about jewellery and glasses and things like
Well,
that?
obviously glasses, yes.
What, you take them off or put them on?
No, I would take them off.
Just so you're more
So
comfortable.
that
with
I'd make sure the client is really comfortable and relaxed. And so to make them feel really easy and have nice music on in the background. And, the scarves will just really enhance the healing because they're different energies. So someone might come to me and pick colour yellow, but that might be because they've got like something wrong with their solar plexus area or their stomach. And the yellow will help that healing to enhance itself.
So do you put the scarves in particular places
Yes.
on the body?
Like where the client would like me to place them.
So it's the client chooses the colours.
Yes.
How many can we choose?
It's entirely up to them, but I would say no more than 3 really, because, just so that they get the natural energy flowing.
Okay. You don't want it to be too busy with too
No.
many different
That's right.
colours happening.
That's interesting, isn't it?
And when you're actually doing the healing, how does that work? Do you sit down in a chair and there on the couch?
Well,
What happens?
I always start at the head and I walk down one side of the body, and I always ask permission if I can place my hands on the client. But it'll only be where I feel it's necessary on the main chakra points. But obviously, I'd never place my hands in
Personal places.
Yes, personal. And quite often, you'd find that you won't need to put your hands on the client. It can just be gently above them, and then they will feel the vibration and the energy going into them as well.
Day.
Yeah,
And do they tell you about that?
yes, they do. They'll say
Really?
like the hands were really hot, or it was really cold, or they felt like a warm feeling that's flowing through their body.
How lovely.
Like it's very gentle. It's very gentle and softer.
Right.
A soft energy.
And do you talk while you're doing it with your clients?
I
or
only
is-
talk when they get them onto the couch and I relax them. I always talk them into a meditation stage. So like might take them to somewhere like the beach or a woods or a hill or anywhere that feels right intuitive with me at that time for that right person. And I just get them to be calm, and then I give them the healing, and then at the end of it I always gently bring them back into the room. And then they often say, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
How lovely. And do people give you feedback after a session? Have you heard of people feeling better for having
Yes.
had healing?
Yes, they feel like it's really helped them an awful lot, and it's helped them because healing it sort of helps you to understand what's going on around you, I think, or emotional, physical, or mentally, and it can just help you to see things in a different perspective. So then it enables you to sort of heal yourself, really.
Okay.
And that's very important, isn't it? That
Yes.
clients realise that they are a part of it. It's not just something that's done to them. They're a really key part in the process.
Definitely, yes.
Lovely.
Interesting, isn't it? I'm just saying hello to the people in chat. So hello everybody, and welcome. John says you've got a very soft energy, Sue.
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
Thank you, lovely.
I was just checking that everybody can hear us okay. So, do we have a fan going? I have a couple of fans sitting next to me, but physically no. There isn't.
Is it the sound of the fan in the laptop, I wonder?
No, there isn't anything in particular.
Can you hear a bit of background noise?
Can you hear bubbly noise? It's not me, I haven't got
We're
bubbly
not
noise.
blowing bubbles, honest guys.
No,
Not right
bubbly.
now. I think you would know if we
Do you want
were.
to try and refresh if you're hearing our sound a little bit bubbly?
So who's in
But
chat
no,
tonight?
there's no fun going. Hello to Profundity. Hi, love. Kim. Hiya, Kim. Nice to see you. Jen and Steph, sweeties.
Hi guys.
Young Master Sheridan. Funny boy.
No trouble.
Howdy, Moose. Bunker Dip. If you just click on the little blue person next to Bunker Dip, you could change your name to something else, but you can stay as Bunker Dip if you want. Does it sound rough, like an echo? Just a minute,
I
like
don't know.
echo, like that. Let me see if I can
Hi,
just change the
Diane.
settings a bit. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
We'll just let Chris fiddle with some of these knobs, after all, and see if we can get it a bit clearer. You did the other week, didn't you, when it was a little
I
bit
did.
in and out,
I did.
a little bit echoey. So we'll see if she can. So hi to everybody in chat. Which chat room was that? We were just
We're
looking
in
at?
so many. That was Hazy's chat. That's
In
lovely.
Hazy's chat.
And we're also in the Weird chat, which I really like the name.
I do. I want to listen to some of your other programmes on the
Yeah,
Weird.
I
So
really
if
like
there's
the name.
anyone in chat on the Weird, let us know what the really, I'm sure they're all fantastic programmes, but ones that we're likely to really want to listen to, knowing that we do spooky stuff, so psychic and mediumship, and therapy stuff. Let us know what programmes will be
Okay,
like.
so over in the Weird, they think we're a little bit echoing. Okay, soft energy. John in another chat room just said, Somi, that Sue, our guest this evening, has got soft energy.
And that's Sue
Isn't that
Walters.
nice?
Yes,
Brilliant.
hello.
Hello, Sue Walters.
Hello,
Hello,
Healer. Tell us your website, Sue.
It's www.thehealingwhitelight.co.uk.
Lovely. So
there you go.
can
That
look
was
there.
nice.
And I think if you get onto Facebook,
Yes.
I believe, you
And
will
get
find
onto-
a link to it, won't you?
Yes, you can do as well. So can I just say hello in chat at the Weird to Denny, I love. Thanks for helping us out earlier. B, hi Kathy, hope you're doing okay, love. Chris and Joss, they're quite nice, though, that's us. Mike, Knock Bunny, I love that. Knock Bunny, and Somi, you're listening to Spooky School with me, Chris Godley,
And me, Jazz Godley,
And
coming to
our-
you live from our studio in Cornwall.
our studio here at Godley Towers in Cornwall. And we have this evening our lovely guest, Susie Walters of the Healing White Light. Guys, I'm sorry, you will hear somebody hitting the keys because I'm typing at the same time. So, hello on Hazy, to Profundity, Jojo, Kim, Jen, Steph, John, Moose, Bunker Dip, whoever that is, also known as Kat and Diane.
Hi guys.
So, hello everybody,
for
and thank
listening.
you for joining it.
Thank you for being in chat. And if you're listening and you're not in chat, why not?
Yes,
Because
come and join in.
Yeah, it's by joining in that you will get a chance to talk to, ask questions of
So,
Sue, our guest this evening.
now I wanted to ask you a question, Sue, but I can't remember what it was. Do you ever work with animals? I know that might sound odd. I didn't warn you I was going to say that.
No, I haven't as of yet. No.
Have you not? Is it something you're interested in
I am
or
interested.
not?
I am interested in that, yes.
And do you have any animals of your own that you live with?
Oh, yes.
What do you have?
Apart from
I
your
have
loved one?
I have a cat and a dog.
Do you really?
Yes.
Do they have names?
They have we have a lovely dog called Jenna. And
Jenna.
Which means Cornish for joy.
How is it? How
Yeah.
nice.
And Delilah, she's a rescue cat.
Oh, how lovely.
So that's name came with her.
Sorry. Which immediately makes me think,
We had to have a song
it had to
somehow.
come on somewhere, didn't it?
And talking of songs, well, not actually songs or prayers, but a promise. There's a healer's promise, isn't there?
Yes,
Sue?
there is.
Where does that come from?
Well, as I'm NFSH trained,
Which
that
stands
we
for
what? National Federation of Spiritual Healers.
Thank you.
And when it takes 2 years to become a National Federation of Spiritual Healers. And once you've become one, before that, you have to sit in front of a panel and know the code of conduct inside out.
a panel of people,
A panel of people.
not just a piece of wood.
No.
You just go and sit in front of this panel, and while you're there, can you put a couple of screws in?
What must it be like in Chris's head? I know she plays word games. So a panel of experienced teachers.
That's right, yes.
And they drill you and quiz you, do
Oh,
they?
they grill us, and then we have to know the Healing Act, which is a way that all NFSH healers are taught in a chair, and that is for demonstration purposes only.
Right.
And then once you've passed that, you then get your certificate, and you have to pay insurance every year. And then they give you a lovely card with a healer's promise on it.
That's
So
nice.
that's where it's come from.
So you're fully qualified,
Yes.
insured,
Yes.
and have been doing it for how long, Sue?
Couple of 100 years this lifetime.
For 3-4 years, I would
Right.
say.
Okay.
Okay.
And the training takes a couple of years on top
Yes.
of that.
And before then, I did Reiki before that.
I see.
Yeah.
Now,
Because the way you talk about it feels very familiar to me because we do Reiki.
Yeah.
you do
But
really.
we're not spiritual healers in
No.
the way that you are.
No, not at all.
We've not been through that
That's right.
National Federation qualification.
And for me, to be honest, healing is healing is healing, isn't
Exactly.
it? It's,
And it's lovely, isn't it?
yeah.
That's right.
So tell us about this healer's promise.
Would you want me to read that?
Oh, that would be nice.
Well, this is the healer's promise, and I shall just read it to you. All who come to me for healing, I shall treat with compassion regardless of colour, creed or race. My attitude shall be non-judgmental and caring. I am honest in my dealings, and all that is said to me shall be confidential. I shall act with integrity and kindness. I consider my own well-being to be important, and I strive to be true to myself. I attune with the source of peace of love.
How
And I
nice.
think it's really nice.
Isn't that special?
That is lovely.
Yeah.
So, National Federation of Spiritual Healers. Sorry, I've just had to slap John in chat. And, he's received
yeah.
it for his naughtiness. Did you read it? I'm not going to read it out.
Cheeky boy.
Yeah, slap it.
Wait till the next circle.
He really likes it. He really does like it. He'll be very, very sore next time I see him. National Federation of Spiritual Healers.
Yes.
That's just the UK, is it? Or is it bigger than that?
No, it's bigger than that. I mean, it's not, unfortunately, it's not in America. It used to be in America, but it doesn't seem to be at the moment. But it is in Australia, Germany, and loads of other places as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And presumably America has something similar.
They have
as they
something.
have spiritual
Yeah,
healers.
they
over
have
there
something
as well.
very similar.
And it's a regulating body that
Yes.
people get qualified through, and it sets standards and
Definitely.
makes sure
Yeah.
all its members
Yes,
are practicing properly.
definitely. We all have to abide by the code of conduct.
Very good. And that's nice and reassuring, isn't it? Particularly if somebody's going for the first time for this kind of thing, to know that the practitioner they're going to see knows what they're doing and will behave in an appropriate way.
Of course, yes, in a very professional way.
Absolutely. We talked about ethics a couple of weeks ago, didn't we?
We did. Somebody said that the only way is ethics. That's a puzzle for those of you who are in the UK. If you're not in the UK, you won't understand a word I just said. But anyway, never
It'll be
mind.
lost on you. But it refers to a telly programme.
Hello, Emerald.
Hello, Emma.
Hi, Chris and Jazz. I'm Sue's very good friend from Deal.
Hi Emma.
Does she play cards?
Emma.
Deal.
Deal.
And she's a very good friend from Deal, and it's the first time I've ever tuned in. Your show is fab. Thank you very much, Emerald. Oh, Emerald, and you are welcome.
No such thing as coincidence, that Sue would be talking on the first time you listen in.
I know.
Marvellous. Anybody would think you'd been prompted by Facebook.
The power of Facebook. We love it.
Yeah, the power of faceache. It's wonderful, isn't it? So, Sue's talking. Oh, I just nearly did a mad sign at somebody for some reason. I don't know why. Sue's talking about what she does, which is spiritual healing, and she uses colour. Sue, can you tell us what was it that drew you to colours? Oh, that was a good question, wasn't it?
That was a big question.
I like it.
Yes.
Just high five.
Well,
we give Sue a chance to think. That was a high five.
Well, I got into healing through many years ago myself when I was really poorly. I had my second child, no, my first child, sorry, and I had severe postnatal depression.
Oh, really?
I was 18 months old, so it was delayed postnatal depression.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just a total loss. I didn't know which way to turn, and I just happened to walk into the local health food shop and they said, "Oh, have you tried using colour healing?" And I said, "Oh no, I haven't tried about that." And I went to see a lovely lady in Deal, and she introduced me to the wonderful world of colours, but also to healing. And that was my first type of healing I ever had.
Fantastic.
And when I had that healing, I felt for about 3 minutes totally relaxed and wonderful, and I knew that this is the way forward. And she brought me into the colours, and she said, "You just start to notice different colours, and just look and see how a different colour can give you different energy." And that's how I started into the colours.
Lovely.
Interesting.
And spiritual healing together at the same time.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely meant to be your path then, wasn't it?
Yeah, yes.
No coincidence.
No, definitely not.
Lovely.
Do you ever find with people, I don't know how to ask this question, do you ever find with people that when they come to see you and they pick particular colours, that you must get repeat clients, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so when they come back and see you again, do they ever say that things have changed in their lives, or have they changed the colours that they wear or the colours around them? Do you see any of that?
Yeah, they often say that. I say, "Well, what colour would you like?" And they said, "Oh no, I feel different today," and they've moved on to a different colour.
Interesting.
But is that reflected either in their clothes or in their home life? Do you know, or have you
I
not?
think it shows. It just seems to show in their aura. Their outlook on life seems to be different, and they say they just look more glowing, and so that they wear certain colours of different clothes, just to brings out the colours in them.
So
That makes sense.
they can start to wear different colours
Yes,
themselves.
definitely.
Isn't that really interesting? Because we had many years ago, when Jazz and I were wage slaves, and we're learning kinesiology, which is the therapy we do.
Yeah.
At one point, because we were kind of in the corporate world, we were quite restricted on what kind of things we could wear for work.
We were.
And
It wasn't quite a uniform, but it was very close.
well, it was thou shalt wear this gear if thou art a manager and ever see the public, and if thou art at this particular level, thou will always wear a suit. So it was one of those places. I have to say that when they brought it in, they said men must wear a trousers and a shirt that can have a tie, that would be able to have a tie, and if they had contact with the public must wear a tie. And they said women must wear a skirt suit, and you can imagine, well, you can't, but any of you that know me, you can imagine what my response would be likely to be from that. From that point on, I always wore for work a suit, shirt and tie, just because
Suit being trousers.
suit being trousers, suit, shirt and tie, just because they weren't going to be telling me what to wear, and At the same time, I had the shortest haircut I've ever had in my life. So I had those of you who have your hair shaved off, I had a number 2 all over my head, and I did it out of badness, really.
Just to be a rebel.
Just to be a rebel. I've always been a rebel without the cause, haven't I? What was the point in that conversation? Oh yeah, so for many years then, we wore suits for work, and we were quite restricted about, we couldn't wear things that had pictures on or logos on, or it was ridiculous.
Advertising anything.
Yeah, not even the Nike Just Do It thing. No, so you couldn't have any of that stuff. Other clothes are available. But this one time we'd happened to be in a different shop, and we'd seen a couple of tops that Jazz quite liked, and they were shaded colours, weren't they? They were nice.
Yes, one was purples to violet,
and one was greens to something else, wasn't it? To blues. It was really nice. So it's a couple of really nice sort of not shirts exactly, but t-shirty type things, but without a collar.
Smart enough.
Smart enough to wear under a jacket and look like an outfit. Anyway, when we did that, we were learning kinesiology, and our tutor at the time, we just happened to mention this bargain of these 2 tops that Jazz had got, and our tutor at the time said, "You've had a walk-in."
She thought I'd had a total change of character because I'd chosen 2 new tops in different colours.
In America, walk-ins are, if any of you are ever lucky enough to go to Cassadaga or Cassadaga, however you say that, or Lilydale, I should say, not Lilyvale, you'll see signs up all around the place that says walk-ins welcome. That doesn't mean another spirit person inhabiting your body. It does mean, though, that you can just drop in for an appointment you don't always need.
Knock on the door and go in and have a
reading. That was my little thing about colours. Yeah. So, it doesn't necessarily mean different spirit persons inhabiting your body.
No, it doesn't. And it's all vibrational, isn't it? And different colours make us feel differently, don't they?
Oh, yes.
So if any of our listeners at the moment are drawn to a particular colour, would that be interesting?
Oh, it would,
wouldn't it?
Oh, hello. So what's happened?
So anybody who's in chat,
some questions just been asked.
Oh, we've got We've
had a question. John Sheridan, shoulder pads? I don't think so. Okay, Jen and Steph, Emma Newton, where did you get that Superman sign from when I want it?
I'm liking that.
Question. Is the colour we are drawn to as our favourite colour always the best for us?
I would say no.
Really?
Because you might, just because, like, I love pink, but not if you go for colour healing, you might not be drawn to that colour pink, because your body will tell you what colours you actually need. It's really quite funny how it works.
So the colours you're comfortable with aren't necessarily the ones you need for healing.
That's right, yes.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. It's like your body is intuitively will pick the right colours that you need. So, like, if you've got a sore throat, you're more likely to pick for a blue colour, because for the calmness of the sore throat.
For the throat chakra.
Yes.
Lovely.
Okay.
So, Jen and Steph, what's your favourite colour? Because that will tell us something about
Come on, share. Right.
And do you both share the same colour, or do you argue every time you decorate?
Okay, so Moose has just asked a question. I wonder what it's like for the people who are blind and can't see colour. Do they feel the colour's vibration more?
Oh, what an interesting thought.
Isn't that nice?
Because we know that people who cannot see well, whether they're totally blind or sight impaired, do rely on their other senses more. I wonder if they
I just think they sense it more.
Have you ever had anybody who is partially sighted or?
No, but I mean, I have come across people that are partially sighted, and that they do see colours more in a more profound way, because the other senses take over, don't they?
Interesting. Cracking question, Moose.
I like your thinking.
Yes.
Okay, right. Just so over in the weird, so me is attracted to purple edged with green.
Purple.
Hey, the colour purple, there's a book.
Yes. Well, purple's a very spiritual colour, isn't it, as well? And it's a healing colour as well. And green is that you want to connect with the countryside. you want to find your own inner peace, really, because it's like all about putting your own space around yourself.
So spiritual and finding your own space, finding your own peace.
And green is for balance as well, isn't it? It's a calming colour.
It is.
Yes.
And interesting, isn't it? Because green's the colour of the heart chakra, which is the balance point in our chakras. So, purple edge with green.
Yes.
So you're trying to find your spiritual place, Somo, and trying to get some peace in your life. Sounds quite nice.
Find the balance in your life.
Yeah, find the balance in your life.
Maybe the balance between your spirituality and living in the practical world, possibly.
Interesting. All right, another question from Lovey Cake. Hang on.
All right.
Can I just say, Jessie's being cheeky because she can see all of the screens this evening, and she's getting so overexcited that soon
carried away because I can read. And
you might get a thwack. You might, if you hear something and a little you'll know what it was. Okay, so question from Lovey Cake. Hello, Lovey Cake. Will you change your name when you write there? How does it work if you're colour blind?
Well, I would say that the colours would still stand out, and you would still pick intuitively the right colours for you, whether you're colourblind or not.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because quite a lot of people are, is it red-green, colourblind?
Yes.
But
blue-green as well. Yeah. Many Libra men, incidentally. How many Libra men are listening this evening? Many Libra men are green-blue colourblind. My ex-husband. Oh,
yeah. My uncle,
never knew what he was wearing,
is colourblind, and I always thought that must be hard for him because so much
depends on the colours, doesn't it? You don't people see red if he's a doctor. What's that coming out of that person? I don't know what colour that is.
But just when doctors look at people's faces, you know, they're looking at the complexion and how they are. But how do we know how anybody else perceives anything? Because what we call red, you might actually see it differently from me, but we all call it red.
I know, because every colour's different, and we're all different, aren't we? We're all individual,
aren't we? But it's the vibration of it that matters so much, and it's the colour spectrum is a visual vibration. It's part of the visual part of that huge spectrum, most of which isn't visible to us.
That's right.
Sorry, guys.
Everything has a vibration, including chuckling.
If you heard a little chuckle, and I just corpsed too. So it's quite nice. So
make a laugh.
Yes, working on clearing chakras, self-healing, Reiki, and find some balance. There you go. Well done, you.
Thanks for that feedback.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, how does it work in your colourblind? We've just answered that, haven't we?
Yeah,
it's interesting, isn't it? Because sometimes, even when you're colourblind, you're just going to pick, I want that one and I want that one, aren't you?
Yeah.
You might not know what colour it is.
Because I think sometimes you just got to work on the intuitive side of it.
Of course you do.
And that's
absolutely. Right, now,
interesting thinking.
Yes, so Ruth, what's the colour that you're attracted to, sweetie? And you, John? And Lovey Cake, that would be nice, as well as emeralds, and John's talking about shoulder pads. It's not the mistake.
I was going to say, John, we're not in an episode
That's the tune I nearly did. Right, we asked Jen and Steph colours. So Steph's favourite colour is purple, the colour purple. Where's that purple? Where's that book again? Yeah. And Jen's favourite colour is blue.
So what's blue all about, Sue, from a healing perspective?
Well, blue is what everybody would call the healing colour, because blue is a peaceful bottle. It's very peaceful, it's calming, it's cooling, isn't it, the colour blue?
It is indeed.
And
why?
Blue is the sea, I suppose. Colour is the sea. It's just
red's fire.
Yes. It's just a very calming colour and lovely. Yes.
Calm and cool, is that? Because they do say, don't they, not to. Where is it they say not to paint blue?
Well, I was just imagining Steph and Jen's decorating. So you've got purple and you've got blue.
Stripes.
Put it together. that could be quite appealing.
And also, if people believe in angels like I do, blue is the colour for Archangel Michael.
Interesting.
Well protected there, Jen.
Well protected, nice one.
He
Okay,
has a lovely blue cloak, doesn't he?
Yes.
if you believe that he's a man.
Oh,
No, they're not all.
Because we know that there's no gender in spirit.
we do, don't we?
So I may have missed this because it's all still a bit echoey for me. Sorry guys, we'll get it sorted for next week, hopefully. But do you find that colours people are drawn at a certain time match their auras at that same time? Interesting. Interesting. The colours people are drawn to at a certain time match their auras.
That is an interesting thought, isn't it? And I think it comes back to the question earlier about, do you feel people pick colours that they're already working with or already comfortable with? Or do you feel when they're having healing, they pick colours that they need to be bringing in or need to be working with that are newer and fresher?
I think they need to bring in that energy into them, definitely.
Right.
So it would be interesting, wouldn't it? Maybe like if you give healing and then put them
And then use that aura camera that we have.
Yes, I was thinking that.
Do you see auras, Sue?
I do sense auras, definitely do sense.
And that must help in the work
Yes.
you do, but your clients won't necessarily, will they?
No, but they will definitely feel the energy going through. They'll feel it in a really loving, warm way.
So if anybody wants to come and have a healing session with Sue, we could always arrange for an aura image to happen before and after.
Yes, indeed.
See the difference.
That would be
nice.
Fascinating, wouldn't it? We've
Wouldn't
done
it
that
just-
with
we have done that with
kinesiology and other
kinesiology.
healings
Yeah, we have.
and chakra balancing and the like, and it's lovely to see, isn't it?
Didn't we do it after the Know Yourself, Empower Yourself week?
Oh, we did. Yes,
we
we
did.
made it a part of that
Okay, so
PK course.
Lovey Cake. Lovey Cake, I'm a mum. Thanks for sharing. Did I call you a girl? Don't know.
Sorry.
Anyway. Also known as cat, my favourite colour is grey. What's mine? Interesting.
Well, grey is between black and grey, I would have thought.
Which is every colour, isn't it? Between
Yes,
black and white.
Black and white. I mean, white contains all colours, and black is for rebirth, isn't it? New beginnings.
They reckon black. They reckon both of those contain all the colours, don't they?
Yes, because black gives you inner strength as well.
Interesting.
It's really like if you wear black, don't you? It's like a formal, gives you authority, but also gives you balance as well,
Right.
isn't it?
Okay.
So somewhere on that central line between white, which is all colours, and black, which is the rebirth, the new beginnings.
Okay. Interesting. So great. Interesting, Kat. Let us know if that makes sense to you. Lovey Cake, I'm a man, but I'm not colourblind. No, Lovey Cake, what I said was, you find that Libran men, so men who are born under the sign of Libra, can quite often be colourblind, but not the whole colour spectrum. So green, blue, grey, those sorts of colours. Men who are Librans only. And it's not about being a man. It's about your astrological sign. So they can quite often be colourblind. John, my colours tonight are gold, yellow and white.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yes, well, gold is all about infinite wisdom, isn't it? And it's the colour of wealth.
Gold's the colour of wealth, John. Listen.
Yes.
John, do you remember that request that you put out that was so lovely?
Didn't you? I remember that request you put out, sweetie, that was really nice.
Yes, the gold is definitely the colour of wisdom. So, and yellow is all about joy, bringing joy into your life. Yellow.
Who is this joy?
Lovely.
Yes.
And white again we've got.
And logic, isn't
And
it?
logic,
Yellow
yes,
as well. It's
yes.
about
Logic.
thinking and clarity, isn't
That's
it?
definitely, yes. And if you need to, if you're going to be in an exam or anything like that, wearing yellow will help.
Ah, no,
Really?
so if anyone's sitting any exams or tests,
I have to say, I'm sorry, in Bubbly Terrace studio this evening, we're having a fight, and it's not us. The dogs are having a little chat with each other about appropriate behaviour. So, I think Jazz has just strangled one of them, so they'll be okay. So gold, yellow and white. So white being the colour of spirit, of course.
Yes, and white contains all colours.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like frozen in time, isn't it?
That's a nice way to think of it, isn't it?
And it's light and love, isn't it?
It is. Love, light, spirit, and anticipation, wisdom. I quite like that, John.
Yes.
Let us know if that makes sense to you. Let us know if that makes sense. Okay, now, moose. I like black and red.
how interesting. What do you make of that, Sue?
Wow, yes.
Black and red.
Well, it's contrast, isn't it? Well, black obviously was covered before is for new beginnings. It doesn't mean, it just means that you're going through change and starting all over again. And red is for energy, it's like for passion, but it just gives you and it's protection as well, red as well.
Red is for passion.
Yes.
Be careful around moose.
Yes.
So, black and red, interesting. Do you know, when we took over Believe,
I was thinking of that.
It was a very strange place when we took it over. It had been a health and beauty place. And that, loosely speaking, and with a little wink at the end of that. The colours there were black and red. I can't tell you how hard it was to paint all over them to get some nice colours coming out. But anyway, interesting that that's what they were. Profundity question: if a colour looks good on someone, is that really because? Haven't I read this? Is it really because it complements their complexion, or could it be because it complements their aura? I haven't read that either.
No, you haven't. That's an interesting thought.
That's a real interesting thought.
I would think it complements their aura.
I would as well.
I feel even when people don't realise they're picking up on other people's energies, we do.
Yes.
I feel that, even if you don't see auras or you don't think about this kind of work and that we all have a vibration, you still sense each other's vibrations. And if someone's wearing a colour that's in harmony with their aura, I should think it makes them glow that bit more.
Oh, yes, it will bring out an inner glow, won't it? And they will glow with vitality and be happy.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So would you suggest that we should intuitively pick colours that suit the mood of the day, however we feel when we wake up? Or do you think we go through phases where we need different colours?
I think we go through phases where we do different colours, but I think also intuitively, if you go to the wardrobe and you feel like, I've got to be at so many different places throughout the day, I've got to go to an important meeting, I've got to go to the dentist, I've got to go to work, so maybe wearing white, because white will take you through the whole spectrum of the day.
There's a thought.
Yeah.
There's a
So if in
thought.
doubt, wear white.
Wear white, yes.
Except if it was on me, it would have me dinner donut.
And like if you're going to sit an exam, wear yellow, because that will enhance the learning. That will help the study and come out.
Very good.
See, that's really weird, because if I tell you this, at school, many years ago, in the dark ages, when I was a child, our secondary school uniform was grey vinyl and yellow blouses, shirts, things. So I sat lots of exams wearing yellow. It didn't make any difference. No, I'm kidding. Somebody said to me, some fool said to me, and I foolishly believed them, if you learn something when you've been drinking, if you're in the same state when you take the exams, you'll be absolutely fine. That wasn't true. I found out.
I remember Chris telling me this years ago, and I thought, how silly.
What a twit to think I have decided to pass my exams. But I might have hicked through the exam a little bit.
I wish I'd known then when I was at school. All this stuff that we know now about
Definitely.
how to enhance your energy, how to help yourself be more confident, all those sorts of things.
But don't we all? Do you remember when you're hindsight's a wonderful thing, and it's called hindsight because it's behind you. Don't we all think that when we are 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, we think we're invincible and we think we know everything about the world, and we think the world didn't exist before we were in it, and all tosh along those lines. And actually, when we look back at those days, wouldn't it be lovely to be that age again, knowing what we know now and being settled in the way we are now? Because I've got to say, I couldn't go through getting married to a man again. Sorry guys, it's just not going to happen. It's just
That's
not.
a relief.
It's not. Just sweats and then panics. Those of you who are wanting to save up, less than a month to go to our silver wedding anniversary. So,
And what's happening on our silver wedding anniversary? We just
heard today.
been listening to the news.
Young
It's been a very
Master,
special day.
young Master Prince George is going to be christened on our 25th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
There you go. Do you think? Are you listening, royal family?
I
If you
think
are-
somebody must have checked. It must be a good energy.
Yeah, and if you are listening, something big in silver would be nice. Maybe like a Mercedes.
Maybe one of George's christening presents could just get redirected.
Yes, that'd be lovely. Especially if it was at £100 million, something like that. That'd be
We're
really
up for that, aren't we, John?
Yeah.
We're all in there.
We're up for that.
Yeah. So it was putting me back in mind of my school days, and we've been watching a programme about school, nothing like my school, and I hasten to add, but a boarding school that has houses in it. And the school I went to, we had, as well as being in a form or in a set or whatever, we had colours that went with houses, and in each year there were 4
Just went to a
houses.
posh school. Mine was approved. Mine was approved by the Department of Correction. No, it wasn't.
And just like in work, when Chris was being a rebel, she used to wear outrageously coloured ties.
That be me.
The only variation we could have in our uniforms was our tie colour. Yes, we were girls and we wore ties at school.
I would have loved that. You didn't.
Yeah, you would have, wouldn't you? I just thought
I
they were a
would.
pest, and mine just went in the soup all the time. You know what I'm like. But
I just stopped eating soup.
it was known that the house that wore red were very good at sports, and the house that wore yellow were always coming top in all the academic stuff. I was in the greenhouse, which was very much a mixed
Greenhouse.
bag.
Just was in the greenhouse. Sorry. Which in America you call, I think you call them glass houses, don't you? But anyway, Jess was in the greenhouse, which is appropriate because she's offering you the compost.
So our ties were green stripes,
Sorry.
and the blues. I don't think the greens and blues were really known for anything, but the reds were definitely physical, sporty lots.
Yeah,
Lots of energy, lots of passion for sport.
Okay, so we've got quite a few comments. So Lovey Cake, who's a man, blue, Prussian Midnight Blue, he likes.
I'm liking it.
Yes, blue is definitely round for the third eye. It sounds, because that's really deep blue colour.
So it's indigo.
Indigo, obviously for healing and for a very peaceful colour. It'll help you to be calm as well, and help you to open up your third eye, psychic abilities.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's very good, Lovey Cake.
Are you opening up to your intuition and your psychic abilities?
I don't know whether I've ever said this to you before, peeps, but do you know that if you, how many of you, put your hands up in the chat, how many of you were baptised or christened into a Christian religion in this life? Have we done it?
I think we have.
Sue's holding her hand up, and me, and Jazz, we all are. How many of you have done? The reason I'm saying that to you is because, I don't know whether you know this, but when they do that sign of the cross over your third eye, over your brow chakra. What do you think that does? What do you think it does when they do that sign of the cross? I
Get
think
into
it does,
chat,
guys.
let us know.
I'm going to tell you in a minute, but have a think about it. Right, also known as Cat, I look good in red. Do you know, Cat, I nearly misread that. I thought that said I look good in bed. And I might be
So
tired.
a deep red, a really vibrant red, fantastic. That's going to bring you lots of energy.
Lots of
isn't it?
energy.
Okay, so me was baptised, were you, sweetie? So it's interesting, isn't it? Those of you who are baptised who have the sound.
What's Chris talking about?
Sign of the
Into heaven,
cross.
tell
The
us.
sign of the cross done over the third eye.
And one of the things we use when we're reopening people's third eye is aura soma essence.
Yeah.
Just gave you the clue then. So actually it closes your third eye. That's what it does. So, right, couple of questions again. Here we go. We'll talk about aura soma colours in a minute. Sorry, I've missed the question.
All right.
Moose. What do colour patterns mean? I can read moose. Like plaids, which is checks to us, polka dots, fishbone, fishnet, herringbone. Anyway, what do the herringbone?
Yeah.
What do those patterns mean? What do you think? Do you have a view on that?
I don't actually.
I
So
don't
herringbones are often black and grey, aren't they?
Aren't they? There's
Brown.
black and something usually. Plaids. So plaids
Quite
being
often bright, aren't they?
checks. So
Sorry,
it's like
what's this thing then? That
and you were thinking about,
Yeah. What's that?
which is
I've drawn. It's like a
If you
fire
could see it.
flame. It's like a flame.
no, these things that
It does originally originate from a flame symbol because I do know this.
do you? I can't remember what it's called.
It originates from Baku in the Soviet Union.
Good
When
grief.
flames used to appear on the surface of the ground because the oil was just under the ground.
Okay.
Ah.
So several people were baptised. It closes them. It closes the third eye. That's what happens. I've just lost its refresh. That's annoyed me. It's just refreshed,
If
and
you
I have
asked a
lost.
question and we've missed it and we've not answered it, will you
Sorry,
please
guys.
ask it again?
It's
Chris?
just refreshed and lost everything for me, except for Boljar's blossomed. Well, hasn't she done? My little blossom. That makes me think of Australia.
Thanks, Jojo.
So Jojo Hire, John, watch you from Spirit. Yes, that's right. They do use it for control. I've got to say, they do. Wait, having a
Organised
sign,
religions. Sorry,
having
but
a sign of the cross made on the third eye chakra closes it. Then why not? I am empathic medium. So me, I am as well. I'm an empath, and I was also baptised,
I was.
and
Yeah.
I'm a massive empath and psychic medium. So
Imagine how much easily.
we would have got to there. How much more
And
easily?
think of all those other people that might have found it easier to get on their spiritual path had they not have had that sign over their third eye.
So why just the cross?
Sue's just demonstrating, Sue's just panicking.
Sue's just done the cross over her third eye. Why does it? It was originally, it was so that the only things that we knew, understood, heard, felt, saw was what was told to us by that man in the frock at the front of the church.
And
It was all about
originally
social
it was
control.
intent for
Yeah, it was
absolute
intent to
control.
close down that third eye to control. It's
When
become
tradition has said
rote. It's become rote, so it's become part of the practice, part of the. And to be honest, I don't believe that priests now, or vicars, or whatever they are, actually understand that that's what they're doing when they do that.
No, I don't think it's intentional.
I don't believe it's intentional
I
anymore,
honestly
but
do
originally
believe
it was.
It was. And I actually think we've heard somebody quote something from an early version of the Bible
Yes,
that
it
talks
says
about
something about it.
that will mean that the word of God can only come through.
The priest, or the vicar, or whatever.
Yeah, that by
Might do.
doing this, it means it blocks everyone else
Yeah,
out
it
of
does.
the way.
It does. It closes your third eye. Okay, now fine. Sorry guys, if we've missed your question, it has, and you're on hazy. It's refreshed, and I've lost tons. So profundity. My favourite colour is indigo. Not necessarily wear, but to look at or be in the vicinity of.
that doesn't surprise me. Profundity, what do you make of that, Sue?
Well, indigo again is the third eye. You're just opening up to your spiritual side, showing a lot of empathy, and just a calming colour again. Really, it's a beautiful colour as well. I think it's a really high vibrational energy. Works on a higher vibrational energy.
How interesting. So there you go. Profundity, indigo, lovely. So me, I have a recurring dream where I am in a yellow house, though yellow is generally not a colour I gravitate towards. I know a house is supposed to represent yourself in a dream, but not sure what the colour means in the dream. Interesting.
Maybe your subconscious is telling you that you need to bring joy into your life. And there's not enough joy in your life at the moment, so it's just telling you to try and get out into the sun, bring warmth into your life, sort of enjoy everyday life really, and just find something that will stimulate to give you the joy.
Good answer.
The people having fun.
Yes. Or go and buy some yellow roses as well.
And send them to me.
Yeah.
So made you struggle to get enough time to have the fun side in your life? Let us know. Give us
a bit of joy in your life.
Yeah.
Nice one. I like the answer to that.
I do too.
Right, so we were just touching on Aurasomas briefly.
We did. So for those who don't know about Aurasomas, so it's something we work with in kinesiology. But tell us a bit about what they are and how you work with them.
Well, I've got some beautiful Aurasoma bottles that have just come into possession. And these
sounds like you nicked them.
No, I didn't.
They didn't fall off the back of an Aurasoma truck.
No, please to hear it. Meant to be. I have been interested in Aurasoma for 20 odd years, and I've used it, and I found it's a fantastic healing tool. It really is like crystals and oils blended into a bottle, and that's when you shake it, the colours bubble and emerge into a lovely colour that you then apply into your skin, into the relevant chakra, and it seems to work from the soul outwards.
How interesting.
And it really does help.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
So thanks for that feedback, sweetheart. I have a lot of joy, however, lingering sadness from hubby's death. Well, we do have life-changing events quite often, don't we? And there's no doubt about it that it will leave you sad and anxious. And
maybe bringing the colour yellow more into life.
Maybe that's what you need. Maybe you just need to lift your spirits a little. Maybe you do. And I know, it's interesting, isn't it? Because you're a medium who's an empath. And again, like I said, I am a medium who's an empath, which I love. However, knowing what we know as mediums, knowing that life continues, does it make it easier for us when our loved ones pass? Because you know what? I don't believe it does. It certainly hasn't for me. When I've lost people who I love, when I've lost them to spirit, it doesn't make it easier knowing that you can communicate with them. It doesn't. It just doesn't. And that they survive. It doesn't make it easier because you know what? I still want them here for me, not for them, for me. I want them here to batter for leaving me in the first place and to hug because I love them so much and I want them here. So, does it make it better or worse if you're a medium? I don't know. I just know that for me, loss is a very difficult one to deal with. And I think that being an empath, maybe we just feel it more strongly just because of the way our senses work. I don't know. And I don't know. And who can judge your feelings of loss or your feelings of sadness against somebody else's? Nobody can they? We can't know how each other feel, really. Even as empaths, when we feel how other people feel, we don't know on their scale what it's like, do we?
Can I ask you a question? Could it be that your husband's trying to put this colour into your mind while you're sleeping? Is it a colour that's significant for the two of you in some way? Or do you think maybe he's trying to give you some yellow to to try and counteract that sadness that you feel.
Oh, that's right. That's an interesting point, isn't it? That is interesting.
So, who else is asking questions?
So let's just.
And while Chris is just scrolling through questions, I just wanted to let everybody know that Sue is now working at Believe, and we consider ourselves very lucky to have her there, because not only is she a lovely healer, she's great fun to be with.
Oh, yes.
So it's always a lovely day when Sue's in. So tell us when you're in at Believe.
I'm there every Thursday from about 12:30 till 5 o'clock.
And can people book to see you? Can
Yes.
they just call in?
They can call in, or they can book anywhere, even on the internet they can book, but also on the Facebook,
Through your website?
from the website.
Excellent.
But on the Facebook page I do offer colour healing, distance healing.
Alright, so what's your Facebook page?
It's the Healing White Light.
The Healing White Light. So have a look for Sue's Facebook page, The Healing White Light. If you go into ours, if you're already on ours on Believe or Spooky School, you should find Sue on there, so you should be able to link on there.
So just coming back to Aura Somas, you also have something very special.
I do
Yeah.
have an Aura Soma light beamer pen, and if anybody is not sure really what it is, it's actually a wonderful pen that's got a light in it, and it's got little tiny vials of Aura Soma, which are these beautiful colours in like the oil, which then you put into the pen, and the light, when you turn the light on, it reflects the colour. So you're actually getting the vibration of the colour.
And what's the pen nib made of?
It's got a lovely crystal at the end.
Clear quartz, is it?
Clear quartz.
Isn't that lovely?
Fantastic. And Sue's actually very kindly demonstrated how it works on both of us, and you can really feel it, can't you?
Yes.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I've done it on my hands as well, and I can feel it really tingling and going. It's definitely, it's wonderful.
It's an awesome tool.
Yes.
So if you have spiritual healing with Sue, not only do you get the spiritual healing, and she is fully qualified through the National Federation for Spiritual Healers and Insured.
That's right.
Otherwise we wouldn't let her in Believe.
No, we like good standards. And anyone who does psychic and mediumship development with us will know how much we bang on about standards and being the best you that you can be. And it's important, isn't it, in this work that we do, that people can be confident that they're coming to you and they're going to get something that's properly accredited.
Definitely.
Yeah, it makes a massive difference, doesn't it? Just a couple of can't speak comments on Hazy's chat. Profundity looks great in grey and black, says Kat.
Oh, right.
Can I just go
Black.
at this moment in time?
You might need pictures as evidence on Facebook.
Do you know what, Kat, sweetie? Isn't it lovely that you and Profundity are so happy? It's always a joy to meet people who are happy with their partners, because sadly in the world that we live in, there are people who stay with their partners because they feel they should. There's that saying that goes, isn't there? There's that, you made your bed, now lie on it. And some people really feel as though they need to put up with something that they're not really happy with.
And people get stuck, don't
they? Do. People get stuck.
Change.
And people make their own choices as well. So, we're not here judging anybody at all. The point is, it's really lovely to meet people who are happy together. And, to know that you appreciate each other. I have to say, Jazz looks particularly fetching in flesh colours, but we'll not go any further on that one.
Chris might actually be having, what do you call it, a time warp of about 20 years.
It's not true.
That one.
It's not true. Guys, those of you that missed it earlier, of the 23rd of October. Very special day. Our silver wedding day. It's the same day that Prince George is being christened. So, like I said, the royal family know something we don't. if anybody's in charge of the postal system and they can divert any of Georgie's presents to us, that'd be lovely. Feel free. Anyway,
we feel it's really important to celebrate love, isn't it, in all its forms. Whether it's love for your partner, love for your family, your friends, your pets.
Yeah.
That kind of unconditional love is just fabulous.
It is. It's really special, isn't it? And those of you who have dogs and cats will notice that they respond differently, don't they, to that love? Because your dog, no matter how long you've been away, 5 minutes, 2 years, whatever it is, the dog's at the door going, hi, I love you, wagging its tail, trying to knock you over, what treats have you got in your pocket? And the cat's looking at you like, what time do you call this?
Yes.
Isn't it interesting? They have definitely got 2 ways of being.
Cats are
The cat's like, who do you think you are, and where have you been?
Yeah.
I'm not speaking to you. Well, I will if you treat me, but I'll just keep you hanging on for a bit. Dogs are going, I love you.
Exactly.
So it's beautiful, isn't it? Right, Diane loves rainbows.
Oh, Diane, you're a sweetheart.
Lovely.
What do you think to that, Sue?
Well, rainbows are magical, aren't they?
They are, aren't they?
And I think they're very meaningful as well.
What do they mean to you?
I feel it means it's a very auspicious, it's a good omen. I think it just colours all the rainbows. You've got all colour of your life, really, isn't it? You've got every colour that you need around you.
Lovely, isn't it? You use it in your logo, in your
poster. Yes, I've got it on the poster. My rainbows. Yeah. Yes, rainbow colours. Yeah.
Oh, isn't that nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, where are we going?
Who else wants to know?
Let me just hang on.
Chrissy's just
let me do a
scrolling
couple of
through
things
that.
just before Jazz moves on to something else, because she does a little bit. Profundity. I always feel everybody else's sorrow and grief over a loss. I always feel like celebrating the departed's continuation of the journey. It's nice, isn't it? But it's quite difficult then when you're an empath, because you really do feel other people's pain, other people's emotional pain as well as physical pain. So you need to learn some way of letting that go, yeah?
But isn't it lovely to be able to celebrate the continued journey in spirit?
And it really is their return home.
It is.
Schmoopy-goo? I want to be like you. Anyway, Schmoopy-goo. If you have had lost many people in a short... Hang on, I'll read it again. If you've lost many people... I'm trying. If you'd lost many people in a short time and can feel overwhelmed, what colour would be helpful to have around?
Oh, now there's a question. Nice spiritual colour.
That's so lovely.
I was thinking purple, straight away, spiritual colour.
Yeah.
Because it can also help you with grief as well.
Yeah. But maybe also,
and to help you with the solar plexus as well.
Yeah. So maybe some yellow too in there.
Yellow, and some yellow as well, definitely.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Violet, purple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I think pink as well, because pink is for unconditional love.
Isn't it just?
Yes. You want to wrap yourself in a pink blanket to sort of give yourself love as well.
Cuddled.
Because we all have cuddles, don't we?
We definitely do.
We definitely do, don't we?
Yeah. Settle.
Virtual hug.
Virtual hug, guys, everybody.
Yeah.
Now, G's sign is purple and blue. Thought you'd like to know. Thanks, Jen and Steph. Which we talked earlier about Jen and Steph's colours being purple and blue, and their sign is purple and blue.
I didn't know 23rd of October was your dad's birthday, Diane.
I did.
Did you?
I did. Well, your dad chose to be born on a very special day.
Yes.
Also known as Cat, I never go to sleep mad at Profundity. Well done. And Profundity says Cat stays awake a lot. High five to both of you. High five. I like it. It's so funny. It's lovely, right?
Love and laughter.
Love and laughter, that's what we want. Lots of giggles, there's nothing wrong with that. I nearly said something rude then, but restrained myself. So, if somebody wanted to come and see you,
yes,
best way to ring you, have you got a phone number they can use, or would you use well, I can see a phone number that they could use.
They could use my phone number.
Okay, so you can contact Sue on 07788 415782. That's if you're in the UK. If you're abroad, you put 0044 somewhere,
That's right.
and then you do 778 415782.
Then they can go via my Facebook page.
Yes, if you're abroad, go for our Facebook
Which
page.
is Facebook.
The Healing White Light. Yeah. So find her on the Facebook page if you're abroad. Sue does send distance healing out.
Yes.
For
£11.50 for 20 minutes.
£11.50.
And US dollars, it's about £17.50.
Okay.
And that's for 20 minutes, but they'll get the colour with the energy going through, and then I'll
And it's directed.
Directed definitely to them, one to one.
Do you have a conversation with them at the time or not? Do you just do it, schedule a time? Or?
Well, I try to schedule it at a time, but sometimes it's not always appropriate because, the time difference. Just time different things.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because the healing will go to them.
Okay.
And then I will always private message them and picked up during the healing.
Interesting.
And offer them insight as well.
Okay, so if you're interested in that, if you can see Sue face to face, you can see her at Believe. And obviously you can make an appointment at Believe. If you don't have Sue's number, you can use ours, which is 07757864208. So we can always book you an appointment with Sue. If you want distance healing, find her through Facebook or again on her phone and ask for distance healing. She'll sort out how to charge and how to send it when you're going to do it. She's had a lot of positive response.
Yes.
From a distance healing. People have really felt it, haven't they?
Definitely. Oh yes. Definitely.
And that's wonderful. Sue's charges for face-to-face meetings are £30 for 45 minutes, is that right?
That's correct, yes.
That's lovely. So if you want to pop in to Believe and experience a session with Sue, as they say, it's lovely. Particularly, I've got to say, the light pen, the crystal light pen, is lovely. She had a little play with me one night. And I liked it. I find it incredibly relaxing. So if ever anybody fancy that,
and as therapists ourselves, it's lovely to take that bit of time out and have another therapist work with us. And I have to say, Sue's energy is lovely and very spiritual.
You're only saying that because she's here.
I like working with people.
Yeah,
it's good for
us. Good teamwork.
And we have a laugh as well.
Yeah, that's a good.
Definitely. So, talking about what we're doing and what's coming up this week, Wednesday is Virtual Circle.
That's us, guys. Those of you who are part of our Virtual Circle, where's Brenda, guys? Has Brenda got a pass or something? When you speak to her, we need a letter from her doctor or something as to why she's not listening. Anyway, this Wednesday afternoon is Virtual Circle. How excited are you all?
And we've got some new people interested in joining.
We do have new people interested. However, I've got to say, the people who are part of our Virtual Circle at the moment are really, really coming on in leaps and bounds.
They are, aren't they?
So we may
so pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, or on the back of the head if you're not behaving. We may have to start a second Virtual Circle for beginners. We may have to do that because the three who were on the Virtual Circle at the moment, you're certainly not beginners anymore.
No.
So just give yourselves a high five, guys. You're intermediates.
Very good.
Okay, so if you're interested, if any of you are interested in developing with me and can't get to where we are physically, don't worry. You can always find me online and we can start another circle. That'd be nice.
So best place, Facebook?
Best place, yeah. Come and find me on Facebook. Chris.Godley, KRYS.GODLY. Or Chris Believe. Or find Believe, yeah. BELIEVE. There are quite a few Believes there. So if you find me first, you'll find a post from Believe somewhere. You can just click through. And then from there you can find Sue.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you can always find us on our website. I do the links. Jazz keeps trying to chip in this evening. Find us on our website, which is www.betterhealthchoice.co.uk or www.believe.co.uk or www.believe, so that's BELIEVE, Cornwall, CORNWALL.co.uk.
Isn't she clever, Micah?
I'm impressed.
Being able to
I'm
say that
impressed.
off the top of her
And
head.
of course, you can also find Sue's website, which is www.thehealinglight.co.uk. There you go. So you find Sue's webpage as well. So, a couple of things. Yes, meditations. That makes me think of a song that won't quite come into my head. Dedications. That's what came into. I was. This is dedicated. That's what's got when I'm in my head. Did you get that out there? Sue is mind reading, which is scary. Can we be on Skype? Yes, of course. When we do our circles, guys, we are on Skype.
So virtual circle is done entirely by Skype.
It is.
We can do readings from Skype, and we can do some of the therapies we do by
In fact,
Skype.
most of what we do, so we can do past life regression, hypnotherapy, kinesiology, would you believe it, Reiki, all of our readings except the Aura camera, we can do all of those via Skype.
Absolutely.
So if you want to see us and you can't get to see us, don't worry, because we are available. The other thing we've got coming up soon is we have Jazzy's Tarot Workshop.
Can you believe it's next weekend?
Jazz,
5th and 6th of October.
Yeah, Jazzy's has put together a wonderful tarot workshop with loads and loads of information about the tarot and what it's like and how to use it and all those sorts of things.
So you will learn what all the cards mean.
You will
use it intuitively,
yeah,
and you'll get to practice using 6 different spreads, 2 of which are unique to me.
Yeah, they are. Now I've got to say, Jazz has. We've had a testimonial.
That's lovely feedback.
So I just wanted to let you know what it is. So this was a student called Annie who has given us a testimonial on the website, and I've actually copied it to Facebook. Jazzy's Tarot Workshop is fantastic. Not only is this 2-day course packed full of info and practice, it's enriched by the history of the art and clearly and cleverly explained. I now have a good understanding of the traditional spreads, but more importantly, the confidence to make and use my own, and reading intuitively has become second nature. I haven't looked back. Thoroughly enjoyable. Thanks, Jazz.
Oh, thanks, Annie. That's
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely to receive that? So thank you, Annie, and where are you? Anyway.
She's busy.
So, if you're interested in that tarot workshop, which is next weekend, we do still have a space.
We do. And
So
if you want to come from up country, might be a bit late to come from America or Canada, but if you're in the UK and you want to travel to it, we can put you in contact with a couple of different accommodation places in Bude, walking distance from where the course is, and you will get a discount.
You will. So give us a shout if you're interested. Now, Jen and Steph, read The Colour Pink. The Colour Pink, we're back to, what's she called that wrote that? Anyway, can't remember.
I knew it, Walker. Dingy Walker.
Still in my head, yeah.
Yeah.
When my relatives have passed off, a ritual of placing a piece of my own rose quartz in the coffin.
Oh,
this feels the right thing to do for me. Steph, that's lovely.
You might have just pushed us all over the edge.
Yeah, you have.
With that, thank you.
That is really lovely
to do.
What a beautiful thing to do, Steph. That's lovely. That really is.
What a beautiful ritual.
It is. That's lovely. The other thing, it is, isn't it? The other thing we need to tell you about is we've got a lithomancy workshop coming up. Lithomancy. It is, isn't it?
I can never say that.
Lithomancy.
And you're doing the workshop, aren't you? So I hope to be.
Okay, so lithomancy simply means reading stones. That's what it means, reading stones. Some of you will have heard of runes. Yes, you will have done. Runes were carved. They came from the Norse, did they not?
And Germany.
And Germany.
Yeah.
And Germany.
Those 2 areas.
And Norses are Norse, of course. Now that's Mr. Red, isn't it? Anyway, That's where they go. So I've just corpse Jazz and Sue. But there you go. So Lithomancy Workshop on the 12th of October. Lithomancy is reading stones. You'll have seen rune stones. Rune stones, the symbols for rune stones are very angular, and that's because it's much easier to carve in a straight line than it is to do anything else. But runes are quite difficult to learn, or can be quite difficult to learn. There's certainly something that you have to learn. Okay. Some years ago we had time at home because of a personal situation, and we said to Spirit, come on, there's a reason that you've made this happen. What is it? And over a period of about 6 months, they were channeling symbols to me, and the symbols, they said, were to be put on stones so that people could learn to read them. So the Lithomancy Workshop is, you don't have to paint your own symbols. The Lithomancy Workshop, we personally hand bake the stones that you're going to use. We use symbols that Spirit have channeled to us that are straightforward, really sort of straightforward things: happy face, sad face. They're on crystals, so they're on different crystal sets, and we teach you how to read them, how to do the spread. It's very, very straightforward.
It's really intuitive.
And it's incredibly intuitive, and the way it works is astonishing, and I love it. So Spirit gave us that some years ago. If you fancy doing that Lithomancy Workshop, Saturday the 12th of October, so shout
I'm
out.
talking of feedback on that. One of our students who's been doing work with us for many years now said that her readings went through the roof when she started using the Lithomancy set.
How exciting is
Yeah,
that?
she was very excited and still is.
Yes, which is always good. So, meditations, if any of you are interested in any of our meditations, but can't get to us, they are on our website, so www.betterhealthchoice.co.uk, and look at products, and you will find out some of the meditations that we've got on there that you can download onto an MP3 player. Very reasonable price, £2.79 of the earth pounds, so it's not a lot, is it? And you know, they're quite nice. People like our meditations. Other notices, young Master Derek. Where are you, Derek? I can't hear you listening. You might be listening in the background.
He's off somewhere.
He was in earlier. He was making a step in the dark. But anyway, why? I don't know.
Steps are often taken in the dark, aren't they?
So. Very, very quickly, on tomorrow, Saturday, at Youngbridge Village Hall, drumming, yeah, with Derek, shamanic journeying and drumming. So it's on Saturday at Youngbridge, and it's also on Monday in Bude, 7 o'clock at the Parkhouse Centre. Oh, sorry, Monday the 7th of October at the Parkhouse Centre. So come and join. You don't necessarily need a drum. Derek's got spares for you to use. Sue started drumming there next to me, which is always worrying.
He did a lovely drumming.
He did.
Opening
close.
Nights, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
The YouTube for that is going to go up soon, isn't it?
Somebody's just asked me about that.
All
So,
right.
when is the Intuitive Stone Sign Reading Workshop on Lithomancy? That is the 12th of October. Shmooky Goo, when might you be doing another evening at the Dining Room Bude?
Jen Staff,
when are we doing it? We need to get our heads together and sort it out. The YouTube video, though, from that I have got, and I do need to put it on.
It's come out quite nicely, thanks, John.
It's come out well. Thanks,
John. Job.
You did a good job with it. We've come to the end of the show, people. Profundity, love you. Thank you very much for your comments. Thank you all for joining us here this evening.
It's been a lovely show.
Thank you very, very, very much to Sue Walters.
And thank you very much for letting me come.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure.
Sue's the Healing White Light. She works at Believe Thursday afternoons.
Come and see
her, or ask for some distance healing from her. She's lovely.
So Jazz and Chris.
And we belong to the Mutual Admiration Society now.
So let's all join it and have a quick virtual hug.
Yeah. But hugs to everybody. And we just had a giggle in the background from Sue's hubby. We just had a little chortle behind us, which is quite nice. I'm hoping it was a chortle anyway. So guys, it's been a pleasure bringing Spooky School together to you all this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. It wouldn't be the same without you. Once more, thank you to Susie for being with us.
And it's good night from me.
Good night.